Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 1, the finale. This season was only 8 episodes, and I have to tell you, I had enjoyed this show very much because since episode 1, it did start off slow a little bit, but it was building up and building up, and you get to, I feel like you get to know more deep inside marriages and the love and the couple and the fact that it had 3 black couples shown on television that shows very business savvy people and also going through a lot of relationships, positives and negatives. It shows in a light on television that we won't see to see much. We always see in drama, we always see in stuff like that. Even though the show did have a little drama, but it was like more mature type drama, not cursing each other out, not fighting each other, just sitting through these, talking through each other, going through disagreements, going through happiness time together, and sharing the bond between 3 couples separately and also together. That's why I had enjoyed the show so much. Now, this last episode was called Melody Nash Stand, but it's really mostly about 3 outcomes that we've been seeing over the course of the show that we get to see more wrap up of the situation, and it came to a positiveness and also another sadness and worrying of what gonna happen. What could happen between Martell and Melody? What's the outcome after the surgery? The outcome on Letitia and Marcel. Now that Marcel realized that Letitia is serious and she did moves behind his back, now he realized that she is a good partner in this relationship and to bring in money into the household. So all that stifling her was like, you could have been let her done this. Now she never gonna let you down. Like, notice that you have been down to her. And Letitia shows that she really has that knowledge in the real estate business, in the commercial estate business as well, to do this type of thing. So I think he realizes that she could be an integral part in the business and also in the relationship and taking care of the kids and everything. Even though he still don't want to take care of these kids, but he realized that she is a good point and to help build more business for him and for the household, for them together. And Kim and Maurice, they're good. They're a good couple. They don't really have much issues going on this season. Their journey was more on the positive note that I was talking about in the show, that not all the couple was going through bad things. They was going through a time that he was going through a second marriage, and this is her first, and she been in her 40s. She been a single mom on a long time. She never thought she was gonna get married, but now she did. Now she realized she found somebody. And even in her late 40s, even though people think that, like, come on, 40s like that, I'm done. Nobody want me, so you just not to just continue to live your life. And seeing Kimmy like that give a lot of people hope, like me, right? I'm 33 years now. It's like, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not with nobody right now. So I don't really see marriage or being with someone else like that. Everyone wants it, but it doesn't happen for everyone. So it's like, I'm just living my best life. But seeing Kimmy is really so happy at 40 that she found a man in her life that they can get married. They got kids who love each other together and the family's blending. It was really enjoyable moment to see of positiveness of the show that was more surrounded, that's in the middle and surrounding all these negative issues. Now, the only thing that Maurice was bringing about is that he expressed that he wants his son full time now. Now, his son is living with his ex-wife most of the time, and then he get the son through the summertime. Now, the dynamic, like, now that he married with Kimmy, he wanted to take the son full time because he said his son is at a pivotal time where I think he's going to middle school or something like that, where is an age of defining himself and finding the moment of having his father figure full time and knowing that he could show him things that a guy supposed to show his son. The outcome of the world, the world surrounding him, police violence, the police influence in this community, especially in the black and Latino community, how sometimes not always dealt in the best light, how navigating as a black man and surviving and not being getting gang and going to jail and being statistics. So I guess he needs that. It needs both parents, but maybe I don't know. I don't want to say to take the son away from the ex-wife and have you full time, and it change the dynamic that she has in summertime or something like that. But I feel like it could work out where y'all could both share the thing, but it's all about the school, who will be in school for a long time and all that stuff like that. So that's the major part. So you don't want to do half and half, and she take the school year, and you want to take her on holidays or something like that. But he want to take it full time. So that's something that you need to have a sit down with the ex-wife, with Kimmy, with everyone together, and have this honest discussion and see what's the best at this moment. It could go far wrong and go far right, but I do believe that Kimmy and Maurice have a good head of the shoulder where they can sit down with the ex-wife and talk to her and see the benefits of having their son full time and stuff like that, and maybe give the mothers some break herself. Sometimes one single mothers who raise kids who don't not with their baby daddies or not with the husbands anymore, and stuff like that. Maybe one sometime want to have a break themselves. So to have the fact that he could take the son and she could get him the summer and holidays, it could be a different take. If I was the ex-wife, I would have been okay with it and just let the show that let me know what school my kids going to, what house he's being raised in, the environment, the people who gonna be surrounded with. Keep constant communication with me, and we gonna make this work. It's like that. And if my son wants that, then it'll be a good thing. So like that. So he wants to have a sit down with his ex-wife and Kimmy, have Kimmy and ex-wife to meet. And Marceau was like, no, it's not a good thing. No, Marceau is still that old fashioned dude. You don't have your ex-wife, your wife. And it's not about that. It's about that she's family now. And she gonna be around her son for a long time, forever, the long as they married. So you do want them to meet, to know each other, to get comfortable with who Kimmy is, to let her know that if he wants to have his son full time, the ex-wife needs to be comfortable and knowing that Kimmy is good and she be a good influence for her son when she's not around. The other mother figure that he needs or he have surrounding him if this transitions happen. So it's a good thing to have the meeting. He said pray for the meeting, pray through the meeting, stuff like that. Yeah, it's a prayer. Just a prayer that hope like things will work out fine for Maurice and Kimmy. And I believe so. I believe it will because they is a good staple, positive couple who feeds each other energy, and they seem like they understand things and understand each other. So I believe this sit down with the ex-wife will be great. I don't think it will turn out any bad based on the track record of the show. I believe it will good. So that's something it should be sit down, and I hope for the best. I hope for next season we get to see the outcome of it, and does he have his son full time now, and what's the dynamics, and having a full household with it together. I'm so looking forward to see more positiveness of Kimmy and Maurice's relationship in the show if they come back in another season, which I hope they do because it was a good season so far, season one, and with only 8 episodes. Hopefully we get more deep down in the relationships and the marriage of their couple in the next season. So I'm looking forward for that. Marceau and Letitia. So Letitia, I guess Patricia was that lady that she met last week and then she had an interview with. And it was mostly geared towards commercial real estate because that's where she got her real estate license in commercial. And she got the offer to work with the broker firm, and she called and she said, based on the flexibility that you gave me, also that I wanted to accept the offer that you gave me. And Patricia said, I'm happy to hear that, and Letitia is happy. And you can see the difference in Letitia when she out there working and she doing her moves and being boss moves and contributing to the household. You can see a more happy Letitia that she was when we first met her. We met her as a submissive, Caesarea type wife who just go along with the ride, and she try to find herself, and then she try to put others into the middle and try to project herself into things and think it's better and try to work on it. And then she use her time to only express the issues with the group and really talk to Marceau because she feel like she can't talk to him because he will turn her basically shut her views down, but she was doing most of the thing and trying to guilt shame her, trying to go out and step away from the kids. It's not like she's still gonna do the stuff for her kids, but she want to work, and I feel like she could do both. It's like a lot of women these days are working wonders and take care of their kids and also working and take care of the bills. Like especially whenever you live in, it's high quality of living. You got to pay bills and stuff like that. You need more than one household income. So she got the deal, and then she already got a freaking offer. A guy who wanted to stay in, I think Huntsville or something like that. He wants to build a hotel. So she knows that her husband does the building, is building parts of it, building commercial spaces. She said she can get the deal going together, and she could be, that's gonna be her first commission deal, and her commission deal could be with her husband, and they can make money for the household. To build a hotel, that's a lot of money. It's like whatever how big the hotel gonna be, and that's just, I guess they say it's 7 point something $1 million or something, $7 million project that could go into their bank. It's like that if they have it. And she presented it to Marcel because she took him out of dinner because she said she was to tell him about what's going on. She told him that she had to accept the job offer. He was like, what? He was kind of skeptical, still like that. He was like, oh my gosh, and everything. And then she bought the idea of him taking that deal at the hotel because she got the client that wants to build a hotel, and instead of giving it to somebody else or go somewhere else, you can build it in here, and you can have a hotel deal built under you, and you can be a contractor. You can be the name of somebody who have built this hotel, and that's good money. And once he saw her that, he was like, "You know what? This is a good idea. This is good, good, good." And he basically said Letitia was right. Like I was like, it had to take all that to do with her. I guess sometimes it does take things to do that. When you have a husband or a spouse who don't want to freaking see you things your way or don't want to let you do you or something like that, sometimes you got to take the stand and just do it behind their back and then just step away for the man. I'm going to do whatever you want to, you like it or not. And believe in me. And I guess her first job is first giving him this deal that he's happy about. And he said, you know what, this is good. And I'm not gonna let this. I'm gonna hear this for the rest of my life. I say, I told you this should let me do this. I told you, and it was a little funny games, but I think that it was a good moment. Now, he still don't want to take it on kids. He still made that know. He said, "Oh, taking care of the kids is too much. It's too much hard work. It's like sitting in the parking lot waiting for them. It's like waiting for death." I said, "Come on, you're so dramatic. It's not serious." But I guess something gonna work out where Tisha could do more working and bringing more money into the household, and they could be started together. Cause at the end of the day, she still was thinking this as for the household, not just for herself. Even though she's doing this for herself, and she's happy that she's doing this, but at the same time, she's doing this for the family and the future foundation. This hotel deal could be big. That's for only for them, for their kids, for their family, and stuff like that. So it's a good thing. So he happy about it. He told Maurice, and Maurice started, it was just more sentimental of the brothers. He was more crying and stuff like that, and he started getting more sore. And he said, "God, it's getting hot here. You about to make my eyes water." And I said, Maurice was crying, and I said that was a good moment to see that, because even I was starting to tear a little bit, because I was like, it is something like that big magnitude to be happy about. A project of building the hotels. You don't really see much African American brothers or African American men doing things like that, building hotels like that. All you mostly hear is they in a gang, they shooting up, they doing drugs, they in jail, and it's like it's more out there. There's a lot of men out there who does positive things, doctors, lawyers, attorneys, stuff like that, and a lot of us don't get the opportunity because a lot of us don't have that push or drive to do stuff things like that. Real estate, commercial real estate, do a lot of big things. It's like sometimes a lot of us should just be living in the shadow, just living everyday life and don't do something big. So had that happening, and some more reason to realize he's proud of his younger brother for doing something like that. He said his kid who was on the streets to go for that, to go for building a hotel, is like, it's a really proud moment for them. So that was nice to have that done. So hopefully next season we see more of Letitia doing more herself and more contributing, and how happier she is in the household, knowing that she could be able to work and take care of the kids. And we'll see more about the relationship between those two. Now it's come as a understanding that he realized that Letitia needs this. So Lastly, is Melody and Martell. Throughout the whole season, we see this Melody Martell portrayed as this power couple, this it couple, this perfect couple. In the surface, well, behind closed doors, their relationship was far from perfect, and that's how it usually happens. Sometimes the couple that portrayed it, they so good, we go this, we go this, but then at the end of the day, they crumbling so fast. And so the big issue with their relationship was the infidelity. Martell had a whole relationship while he was portraying his perfect husband for Melody, and Melody didn't even know. She said it was no signs of the relationship that everything was going good. Maybe that was a sign everything was so perfect. I don't know. How do you think when you have a good relationship with the husband and everything's going well, you do taking care of the kids together, you go out, you go to eat, you do this, you do happy married couples when y'all supposed to be doing that. The vows y'all took for him to have a whole full 2 years relationship with somebody, and she didn't even know. And then to find out, she found out the ladies cornered her, disrespect her. He didn't defend his wife. That's a whole low blow as a wife to even think to go through something like that because you didn't have no idea that was happening. And then to make it feel like you was the wrong and it was your fault. And then after he made that claims and then he also said that it was just something that happened. It's like make up your mind what is the truth. Like you're not really telling her the full truth. Why did he go out and cheat? Well, we were so good. It was nothing. It wasn't giving you any reason why you go out there. So that's something that she is battling. But Melody is battling right now because she's not over it. But tell think that she's over it. That you can't tell her when she get over it because you had a whole 2 years something, and it seemed like you still continue this relationship with her because you didn't give us the idea why. You didn't give us a sense of thing that everything stopped. I think you still communicate with her because I think you did tell her that you still communicate and you still told your boys Maurice and Marceau that you still communicating from time to time. So it's not like this girl is out the picture yet. So it's like, come on now, you can't understand why Melody is don't feel like she's over it. Then Martell, his narcissistic conceited behind, think that she should just get over it. Oh, I apologize, I'm here with you, we got kids, all that stuff like that. It don't work that way. You had a whole year, 2 year relationship, so she needs to get over that and give her time to really get over that. And the fact you keep harboring and trying to dismiss her is not going to help your cause. So right now he going surgery, and sometimes it's like a crazy man does this that. They do all this dirt, but when they hurting it down, they expect their wife to be there. They side 100% and don't question it, don't give no any bad news or nothing like that. It's like you hurt this lady for 2 something years. You hurt this lady 2 something years before she even find out. That when she find out, she still trying to figure out what's everything going, and you haven't given no sense of peace of the answers that you give her. To now that you go to surgery, that she should have set thrown that aside and said, I'm in surgery, you gotta take care of me, you gotta take care of me. And that's how they feel like men's narcissists like that. It's like you can take care of me, but I do my dirt to you. You should just get over it and take care of me because I'm down right now. I gotta do surgery. I don't want to hear no other extra stuff, all that stuff. And he was basically being dismissive when she brought it up to him at the hospital. It's like, we not good. I'm going to be there for this moment, go to your surgery, and while you're recovering, you take downstairs, I take upstairs, and when you heal from that, then we need to figure out a friend arrangement. He said, what friend arrangement is going on? I'm done talking to you. We not friends right now. And then when he about to go to surgery, I don't know, he was on the drugs and stuff like that. He realized, he was saying, oh, I love you. You the only woman I love. I'm going to make work. I'm not going to talk to any of the females while I'm with you. All that stuff like that. That's all I say, that talk. But you say that talk like you about to go to surgery. Are you sincere about it? I mean, she feels like she got the old Martell back. Like she started tearing and crying. But that's only what the mother said. He's saying that because he's going to surgery. Now, once he's out of it, the problem's not going away. It's still going to be there. So it's up to you, or you going to continue to fight with her or something like that, because it's not going to go away. Yes, he's old peach of good that he's saying these things right now, but is it enough to believe him? Or he's just saying that because he said surgery and he hurt. He don't want you to leave him. Because most men will do that. They don't want you to leave him, so like that. He just sees the surgery. He said, oh, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But not at the end of the day, when he get recovered, things go back to the way it was. So it's up to Melody to really realize to feel like that. And she bought this to the combat group because the combat, McKinney with the combat group to continue on, because she said there's a lot of things out there. We're going to miss it if we don't stay together. And Melody said, you know what? I agree. We're going to stay together, but I'm not sure I only can speak for myself. I'm into it. I'm in it. But I'm not saying for Martell because right now we is not in a good standing right now, and we just gotta work things out. And they realize how deep and serious this issue is, and they realize Martell don't know how serious it is because at the time when Melody was telling him, he was kind of smirking and he was like holding close his eyes and I was dealing with her and they want to hear what she was saying. I was like, it's no right time for her to say anything to you. Because at the end of the day, no matter every time she brings this up, you always gonna have defensive attitude about it. It's like because you defensive because it's the truth. Like how do you expect her to get over it? You can't expect her to get over it when you did this thing. You can't hurt her, expect her to get over it when you want her to get over it. That's not gonna work. So hopefully for next season with Martell and Melody, we see more of the aftermath of what happened after the surgery. Did she stay? Did she decide to stay? Did she decide to take a break for him? And if they do take a break, how will that happen? How will that take about? How will it affect the comeback group? Will they separate entities and not coupled as together? So we'll see more. I guess Melody Martell was the most focus point in this show, besides Letitia and Marceau in this situation. But they got a kind of, they came up with a positive ending. So far, Melody and Martell ending has been erupted and been flipped side 360. So it's like flip 180. So we don't know exactly what's the future with them. It's like she gonna be there. I believe she gonna be there to help her recover, but we'll see because that hurt is still not away and it doesn't go away. And she needs to really take time for herself to really realize if this is the relationship she's gonna be in. And if she decided to do that, then she needs to build that trust back to them. And Martell, you gotta work on help her build that trust back on towards you. But that was the season. Like I said, I enjoyed the season. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit that red subscribe button to build my numbers up. Also, this week, coming week, next video I'm gonna be doing is how to fix my life, and this coming week is a new show called Family and Fiance, and I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna review it as well. It looks like it's gonna be good. It's like gonna be two families, a couple that's trying to get married, but the families together and they sit down and weigh the odds of should they get married or not. So it look interesting, and I want to see how that come about. So I'm gonna review the first episode and see if I will continue reviewing that. But look forward to that. It's called Family and Fiance. It's coming this Saturday after AI affects my life. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.